In the golden heart of the African savanna, every dawn began with a roar. It was deep, thunderous, and filled with power. That was Kano, the mighty lion whose voice ruled the land. When Kano roared, even the hyenas froze. His pride adored him, trusted him, followed wherever he led. The cubs tumbled and played, their laughter echoing across the plains. The sun set in a blaze of orange, painting the sky with dreams of tomorrow. Night fell, and Kano watched over his family, a silent guardian beneath the stars. Then pain exploded through his paw. He had stepped into a poacher's trap. He roared in agony, pulling, twisting, fighting the steel jaws. The harder he fought, the deeper it bit. Hours passed. The night grew long. By sunrise, the king lay still, breathing hard, defeated. When rangers found him, they saw his strength fading. They tranquilized him, freed his paw, and carried him away. The savannah was quiet that morning. For the first time in years, there was no roar to greet the dawn. At the rescue center, caretakers worked day and night. They cleaned his wounds, gave medicine, spoke softly. Kano healed. But when he tried to roar, nothing came out. His throat trembled, but no sound. He tried again and again, only to fail. His confidence vanished. He stopped meeting the eyes of other lions. He turned away when he heard roars echo across the plains. His power had left him. In the ranger logs, one word appeared again and again, silent, and that word haunted him. Chapter 4. The woman who believed among the rangers was a young woman named Amina. She often sat near Kano's enclosure, reading aloud from her journal. Strength, she would say, isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it just waits. Kano would lift his head slightly, his eyes soft but filled with pain. Days turned into weeks. Amina never stopped talking to him, telling stories of the wild, the stars, and the river where lions once bathed. For the first time in months, Kano began to listen again. He didn't roar, but he no longer turned away. After a year, his body was strong again. His paw had healed. His muscles gleamed under the sun. The rangers decided to release him. The gate opened. He walked out slowly, sniffing the air, feeling the earth beneath his feet. Freedom. But when he found his old pride, his heart broke again. A young lion now stood among them, confident, unafraid. They didn't remember the old king. Kano turned away, walking to a quiet riverbank where no one knew his name. There he lived alone, a ghost of the lion he once was. Seasons passed, the river dried, and danger crept across the plains, a hungry pack of hyenas. One night, the hyenas attacked the pride. Their snarls filled the dark. The young lion fought bravely but was outnumbered. The lionesses tried to protect the cubs, but chaos reigned. Miles away, Kano heard the cries. Something deep inside him awoke. He stood, muscles trembling, and began to run, faster than he had in years. The king was coming home. Kano burst through the tall grass into the middle of the fight. The hyenas froze. They knew this face. Scarred, golden, terrible, beautiful. He opened his mouth to roar. But silence. The hyenas crept closer, laughing. Then, from somewhere deep within, a sound. Low at first, then rising. A roar that shook the earth. It rolled across the plains like thunder. Birds took flight. The hyenas scattered, terrified. The pride stared, stunned. The young lion bowed his head. Their king had returned. When morning came, Kano stood on the ridge. The sun painted his mane in gold once more. He no longer needed to lead. He had learned what true strength meant, not power, but purpose. He taught the young lion quietly. He played with the cubs. He watched the savanna breathe again. And when he roared now, it wasn't to claim the land, it was to remind it that courage can heal even silence. Years later, as Kano grew old and gray, he rested under an acacia tree, watching the sunset. The cubs played nearby. He closed his eyes with peace in his heart. That night, the wind moved softly across the plains. Some say they could hear a faint echo, a roar carried by memory, rising and falling with the rhythm of the earth. He had lost his voice once, but found his heart forever.
And when the rangers at the rescue center heard that distant echo across the wind, Amina smiled and whispered, "Welcome home, old friend." Because legends never die, they just become part of the wind.